Welcome to Coffee with Viking. I am Mike. Cheers. I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. Today's devotion, Human Pride. Proverbs 11:2. When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. When we think of the word sin, our minds usually move to the biggies: murder, sexual immorality, theft, blasphemy, and other big ones. But when you look at the message of the Bible as a whole, you'll see that at the heart of any sin we commit is this 5-letter word for something God really hates. And based on the title, you know what it is. And I've said it before, if you scratch any sin down to the surface, down to the center core, you will find this sin here, the one God really hates, which is pride. Pride can be defined as believing you can handle your life better than God can. And while it's easy to say you trust God, it's even easier to have an attitude of pride, which was actually the very first sin, the one that Lucifer up in heaven committed before being kicked out and given the new name of Satan. He thought he could run things better than God could. And a war ensued, and he was cast out with the third of the angels that followed him, which we now refer to as demons. And while it's easy to say you trust God, it's even easier to have an attitude of pride. An attitude that says to God, it's okay, I've got this. Pretty much telling God, I don't need you, I got it. That kind of thinking can lead you to all kinds of places in life. And we've all been to some of those places. And none of them are good. Even a little bit of pride can lead a man into disastrous decisions in his walk with God. And it's even worse if you don't have the walk with God to bring you back. It's an even longer journey to get things back where they need to be. In his walk with God, in his marriage, in his relationship with his children, in his ministry, the list is long and distinguished. But humility before God and others lead to good decisions and to the very best God has for you. Jesus, your word repeatedly warns me against the sin of pride, which is me trusting in and depending on myself instead of you. Lord, keep me from making a mess of my life again through human pride. Instead, help me to glorify you as I humbly seek you each day. Pride can definitely lead to some of the worst decisions we ever choose. Believe me, I've been there. I've shared a little bit of my stories of being homeless for a while, and it was pride in the end that led me there. Well, pride and lust combined. So I know the decisions we can make through pride and feeling like, I deserve that. I need that. I want that. I'm going for that. And I don't care about the consequences until the consequences hit. Pride is a very dangerous way to be. And I will say this, since I've humbled myself to the Lord, things have actually gotten much easier. I'm not saying that it's been an easy road, but knowing that I now have God leading me makes it easier to walk through the storms, knowing that the sun is shining through them, because I have someone leading me through, someone I should have had with me from the beginning, but through pride, pushed him aside. I was one of those that I didn't really have a Bible, but when I did, it wound up sitting in a box or on a shelf collecting dust until I just got rid of it. I was never big on opening it. It was always a boring book to me until I finally started reading it and paying attention. And the crazy thing is, after all those years of letting it collect dust or just getting rid of it, it's actually my favorite book now. And it is a good one to base your life upon, especially when you go through those fits of pride that completely destroy your life because of the choices we make through it. Stay blessed, stay caffeinated, and trust that God will lead you where you need to be. Humble yourselves to Him, and everything will get better. Maybe not right away, but they will get better. Whereas pride, if you don't want to wait patiently when you humble yourself to the Lord, pride will only dig the hole deeper that you put yourself in, as I have learned the hard way. Much love.